Let's talk about a huge paradox that's happening right now with AI. The very same technology that was supposed to level the playing field for everyone, well, it might actually be creating the biggest divide our workplaces have ever seen. We're going to break down exactly why that is.
I mean, think back to when tools like ChatGPT first exploded onto the scene. Everyone was buzzing, right? The promise was that suddenly anyone could code, or analyze massive data sets, or write incredible marketing copy. The whole idea was that expertise itself was being democratized. The gap between the pros and, well, the rest of us, it was supposed to just disappear. But just take a look around your own company. Is everybody suddenly a top performer? Is everyone a superstar? Or is something completely different going on? Because what we're actually seeing suggests that the reality on the ground looks nothing like that initial, utopian dream. And here we are at the heart of the paradox. Instead of closing that gap between your A players and everyone else, AI is actually making it wider. It's creating a brand new kind of divide. And honestly, if leaders aren't paying close attention to this, they're going to risk leaving the majority of their people way, way behind.
Okay, so let's really get into why this whole democratization thing isn't quite panning out. What we're witnessing is this new chasm forming, where the superstars are just rocketing ahead, and a lot of other employees are really struggling to get any kind of real momentum with these tools.
So why? Why is this happening? Well, it pretty much boils down to two big things. How different people are actually approaching these new tools and, our very human, very natural resistance to massive change.
And this right here really gets to the core of it. Your top performers, they see AI as an amplifier. It's a tool to take the skills they already have and make them 10 times more powerful. But for most folks, the problem isn't the tool itself. It's knowing what to ask it. It's being able to look at the answer and say, is this right? Is this useful? Without that critical context, AI's output can be kind of worthless. And look, this isn't just about technical skill. A huge part of this is just human psychology. There's a real fear of being made obsolete. People are comfortable with the way things have always been done. And if they tried AI once and got a bad result, they might just write it off. Plus, let's be real, who has the time? Most people are so busy with their day jobs, they just don't have a free moment to experiment. Now, here's where the problem really starts to snowball. This isn't a static gap we're talking about. Oh no, it's a gap that's compounding every single day. The small differences in how people are using AI today are creating these massive, maybe even irreversible chasms down the road. And that's what makes this so urgent. Think about it. The employee who gets good at AI today, they get more productive. They learn faster. They get to take on bigger, cooler projects. The one who waits, they fall a little bit further behind every single day. That distance just keeps growing. And this chart, wow. This really shows you the stakes. Just look at that difference. In the past, the productivity gap between a good employee and a great one might have been, say, 2 to 1. With AI in the mix, that gap is exploding. We're talking 5 times, maybe even 10 times the output. That fundamentally breaks the old dynamics of how a team works. The result is something we're calling bifurcated teams. It's basically a team that's been split right down the middle. You've got one group of people operating at the speed of light with AI, and another group just trying to keep up using the old ways. And this isn't just inefficient. It is absolutely toxic for team morale and your company culture. Okay, but here's the good news. This trend, it's not inevitable. We can absolutely reverse it. But, and this is a big but, it's going to require deliberate, intentional action from leaders. This is not a problem that's just going to fix itself. So what's the playbook? What can you actually do about it?
All right, here it is. 5 key steps. First, you have to create psychological safety. Make it okay for people to experiment, to fail, to learn out loud. Second, provide structured learning that's specific to their roles and create a space where people can share what's working. Third, and this is huge, you have to protect time for this. Put AI learning hours on the calendar. Fourth, leaders have to lead from the front. You need to be seen using these tools in your own work. And finally, you have to create accountability. Make AI literacy part of performance reviews and mentorship goals.
So all of this brings us to a really fundamental choice. The AI revolution is here. That's not up for debate. The question isn't if it's going to transform how we work, but how. And the answer, it's not in the technology. It's not in the algorithms. It's in the choices that you, as a leader, are making right now. And it really comes down to this.
Which path are you going to lead? Are you going to lead a transformation that really only benefits a few, where you let your superstars pull even further ahead and risk leaving everyone else in the dust? Or are you going to lead a transformation that benefits the many, where you actively and intentionally bring your entire organization along for the ride? This isn't some problem for the future, this gap. It is widening as we speak. The time to decide isn't next quarter or next year. It's today. So the only real question left is, which path are you going to choose?